what I have found with doing these transformations over the past 4+ years, and really the past 30 years of helping people, is that a lot of times they look at it and they look at me and they say, oh, well, it's easy for you, Mike. Which, what they don't realize is it's harder for me than it is for them. But they say, oh, you know, it's easy for you. You live in the gym, or you're always working out, or you know what to eat and all. And that's really not true at all. It's actually them posing an excuse on why they can't, because somehow I'm superhuman and they're not. And they want to, but what the reality of it is I am the same as them. I have my pitfalls. I told you, you know, I've had, you know, with lack of judgment, I had Chinese food a couple weeks ago. It was late at night. I was traveling. There was nothing else open. I thought I was going to go in there and I was going to have steamed broccoli and chicken. And the reality of it is my human side got the best of me. And I went and I got shrimp fried rice. I got, it came with it and I ended up eating it. I got sweet and sour chicken. And it just, and I was starving, you know, and I ate it. And the next day for a week, I was in trouble. I had gastrointestinal issues. My leaky gut syndrome flared up. I had inflammation, you know, so, you know, we're all the same. We're just, you know, we just live different lives a little bit. Or they'll say, you know, Mike, you live in the gym. Well, I don't live in the gym anymore. I used to, but for the past 12 years, I've been raising kids and I've been working 3 jobs and having a business and, you know, running around. And, you know, tonight I'm cooking, I'm grilling out here for the family. So, you know, I want us to come with all the information so people can understand, hey, you can do it. If we can do it, and if we can be accountable and we can be consistent in getting the information to people, to get the content out there so that they can understand, you know, I want them to know that everybody can do this and everybody should do this. Looking at your situation, 59-year-old mother, grandmother, you know, who has been intermittently healthy and fit over the years, in fitness, out of fitness, kind of weaving the path as a mother and as a grandmother and as a business owner, you know, as a service business operator, you know, personal training, like massage therapy. We're a service business. We're at the beck and call of others. It's not like we're running the ship. The ship is running us. And, you know, and so it's just hard. It's hard, you know, but hard does not mean impossible. Hard, to me, hard means, okay, how can I get it done? Mm-hmm. And so what we're doing together is we're bringing it to the masses and showing people how it can be done and how it is going to be done.
On that note, Mike, I have a lot of friends that are getting interested and they're asking me questions. Joan, what's this going to look like? What's this challenge going to be like? What's it all about? So if you wouldn't mind, could you address that, Mike? That would be phenomenal.
I will fill you in just as I am. We become masters of multitasking, right?
Right.
First of all, so now I'm going to change the little cylinder while I'm explaining, because I ran out of juice as I'm trying to do my grilling. But I have it right over here, and so just like in everything, the best thing to do is always be prepared. Okay. So
right.
Prior planning prevents poor performance. I've got my cylinders. I used to keep them in my garage. That wasn't good planning because then I'd have to run all the way in there and come all the way back out. No, I put them out here in a nice little cabinet. So I can do that. So prior planning prevents poor performance. And that is exactly what this whole system is. It's a plan. It's a prior plan so that it prevents you from messing up and prevents you from any type of bad performance, right? Mm-hmm. So we have this plan. I have kind of whittled it down over the years. And when I came upon a company that has a really good plan of its own, I merged the two. So I took my Unlimited Changes transformation system and I merged it with another protocol, which was a 10-day protocol of 100% organic superfoods. Okay. And so, you know, that's the hot button topic in the world now, superfood. What is a superfood? Well, basically a superfood is a whole food, is a real food that's grown from God's beautiful earth. And it's nutrient dense. All right. It doesn't have toxins. It doesn't have pesticides. It doesn't have herbicides. It hasn't been genetically altered. This is organic, super whole foods. And to mix those two together, a proper nutrition intake, along with a proper, and I say proper, workout regimen, because you could overtrain, yeah, right, but you could overtrain just as quickly as you could undertrain. You know what I mean? So my years of experience, 32 years in helping people with their fitness and nutrition, I can understand how to weave these two together. So we take my plan, my unlimited changes transformation system. We take the 10-day cleanse protocol system. We merge them together, and we have the hybrid of all hybrids. So how it works is simple. We go through what we call a 4-day prep. Now, during that 4-day prep, I lead you, I guide you. So as I'm guiding you, we can also be guiding others, right? And this can be replicated over and over. I have people who have done, they do one of these every 3 months. Sometimes they do them every 2 months. The people that I have that have a lot of issues, a lot of inflammation, and they really can't get themselves on track, they do one a month. And then the rest of the 3 weeks, they'll do one in the beginning of the month, they'll do a 10-day, and then they have 20 more days in which they just kind of ease through, and they maintain, they keep along. They have their off days, they have their cheat days, they have their this, but it keeps them on track, because then they know the first of the month, they're going to do a 10-day, revitalization, and it's going to keep them on track for the rest. So, some people I have, honestly, they do 12 a year, but they do it that way because they need that to keep them on track, on target. Others, like myself, I do one every 3 months because my protocol is pretty clean, as you know. And so it allows me to have that time out with my wife on a Friday night. It allows me to take my daughter out, for something on a Sunday morning, whatever, whatever it is. You build your life around it. And so when people are going through the process, and when you're going through the process, we're going to be talking about, okay, what's maintenance going to look like? All right, if you hit a wall, what are we going to do to overcome that wall, that plateau, so to speak, and how we can weave entertainment and how we can weave lifestyle, into it. So, you say, well, my husband and I, we like to do X, or we have a wedding coming up, or we have this. There's ways to get through that, and it doesn't mean you're taking a brown bag with fruits and vegetables and you're eating celery sticks at the wedding. That does not mean that. What it means is that you take care of it beforehand, so that when you get there, you can have a wonderful time, and then you can get up the next morning and you can then keep your body running and smooth through it, and your body will be able to burn that food and so forth. So how it looks is we get a 4-day prep. During that 4-day prep, I lead you, guide you, and teach you how to eliminate things from your intake that have been holding you back, holding you down. We analyze what you have been taking in. Very quick analyzation. This is not like you got to send me your foods or anything. This is simple. It's what you've been eating, and I say to you, okay, you're not going to do that anymore. This is what you're going to do. You're going to take dairy out of your diet. You're going to take meat products out of your diet for 4 days. You're going to, make sure that you're drinking more water. You're going to make sure that you're at least, 80 ounces. I want 80 ounces coming in, because I think I know that that's very important. And that's it. It's just a few things. Caffeine. We're going to take our caffeine level down to none if we can. But, I do, on my program, I do allow 1 8 ounce or 6 ounce, really 6 to 8 ounce cup of black coffee in the morning, 1 a day. I allow that. If you really want to go hardcore, try to eliminate all caffeine and just go with maybe a little bit of green tea or something like that. But I teach this, and that's what we do in 4 days. And what I find is in the 4-day prep, which is not even part of the 10-day cleanse, is that people will lose weight and they will feel better and they will sleep better and they start feeling healthy in 4 days. A lot of people on my plan, they don't even understand it. They're like, Mike, all I did was I got rid of X, Y, and Z, and here I am 5 pounds lighter in 4 days. And I say, well, guess what the next 10 days are going to bring you? You know what I mean? So that's where we start. So let's just say we start that on a Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're cleaning up our diet. We're cleaning up our intake. I don't even like to say diet. I don't like the word diet. The first three letters of diet are die, and I don't want anybody, dying on me. And that's what people are doing when people go on a diet. And I get off on these little tangents, but when people go on a diet, what they're really doing is they're slowly killing themselves. They're killing their metabolism. They're killing their brain function. They're killing their microbiome function. They are dying a little bit. And then when they get off of that so-called diet, they're going back into a whole nother world, and they're killing their body even more, because now their adrenal glands are off, and their microbiome is off, and their enzyme levels are low. And there's so many things that go around this. So people say to me, I'm on a paleo, or I'm on a keto, or I'm on a vegan, or I'm on this or that. And it's like, do you understand that you can't just be on that? You have to live that. You have to have that as a lifestyle, and almost for good, or you got to weave your way out of it very slowly. Because if not, you're going to have a backlash. Your body is going to have a backlash. So, be very careful about dieting, but be very cautious and be very understanding of lifestyle change. And lifestyle change is what you have to do, really, to maintain good health. But it's also what will keep you on track. Okay, so we start that on a Thursday. We go boom, 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 boom. Now you know what you're doing. You're feeling good already, and you're going into Monday. You're sliding in. We have the night before, we talk. We get all your, make sure that the day before you have all your flex foods planned. Sorry, somebody was calling in there. I'm sorry about that. But people will say, well, do I eat anything on this plan? And I say, yes, you do. You're going to eat flex foods. We call them flex foods because they're not big meals. You know what I mean? They're specific organic foods that you'll have a list and you can pick from. So yes, you do eat. The other thing is, well, how am I going to get enough nutrients to survive? Well, that's because in the protocol that I aligned with, there's more nutrients in one of the shakes that you'll drink than most people get in a whole day.
Wow.
Normally, right? You're looking at a shake that is so nutrient dense with organic nutrients that it is about the equivalent of about 5 to 6 servings of organic vegetables in one shake, and who eats 5 or 6 servings of organic vegetables every day? Almost nobody, right? So there's a whole alignment to this program that has everything in there. We've got your protein, we got your amino acids, right? People say, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to lose muscle? Especially athletes and so forth. I say, does it look like I'm losing muscle? I do a lot of these, right? And I live this way. I'll be 50 years old. Most of the time, by the time you're 50, or even by the time you're 40, your muscles are starting to degress rather than increase, right? So you're actually losing muscle tissue, and it's a battle just to keep what you have. I've found that I have actually gained, not a lot, but a pound or so here and there throughout the past 5 years. And not only have I kept on muscle, but I've actually put on muscle, never using any drugs, in a natural way, because I'm giving my body the right nutrients, and I'm giving my body the added amino acids that are not, in the form of milk, or in the form of beef, or in the form of stuff my body really can't break down and utilize, right? But we have a plant-based amino acid that is, it's just amazing. And we can get into that on another call. So you have that in there. You also have gentle cleansing products that will actually gently cleanse not just your bowels, but it's going to cleanse your body's, your cellular system. It's actually going to cleanse your cells, right? So we have those type products in there. And what we're doing is we're basically, and then we have a beautiful sleep aid, a all natural, 100% massively 3,000 on the ORAC scale, tart cherry drink that you drink at night before bed. And I'll tell you what, it solved my insomnia. I had insomnia for about 22 years. And I sleep like a baby now, but I have to have it every night because it's very important that my system is regulated to that. But it's, I drink an ounce of tart cherry juice and I sleep like a baby. Get up before the alarm and feel great. So we have everything necessary in there so that your body can recover from the years of toxic abuse
Mm-hmm.
that our Western civilization has put on it, okay? Our bodies are loaded with toxins. We are walking toxic machines because of genetic modification of foods, because of animals being given hormones and antibiotics, and just thrust in that. Then they're being fed grain that they shouldn't be eating, and corn mash and soy mash that they shouldn't be eating, that is mostly genetically modified. So they're eating this genetically modified chemical frankenfood, and then it's getting into their body along with the hormones, along with the antibiotics, and then of course it's being put in front of us. Not me, because I've got organic stuff that I buy, but the basic diet that people are ingesting is loaded with chemicals in that form. And then you go to plants, and the plants are genetically modified seed, tons and tons and tons of glyphosate being dropped, being just like poured over it. Monsanto Roundup garbage that's just poison, that not only kills the bugs, and not only kills the weeds, but it also kills when I say it again, our microbiome. Mm-hmm. These toxic chemicals, they kill bugs, but they also kill our good bacteria. Mm-hmm. We need good bacteria to break down food. Well, you kill it, guess what? Your food isn't getting broken down. Why? That's why we have millions and millions of products on the market to solve indigestion, acid reflux, gas and bloating, constipation, diarrhea, all these things, and more, hemorrhoids. All this stuff is coming because of bad digestion, because our microbiome has been compromised and our good bacteria has been destroyed. Yeah. So people are running out and getting a drug to try to just try to live, try to eat and go to the bathroom, but they can't even, so there's these drugs. But if they would just change their intake, and if they would understand that these chemicals that are being put on the foods are destroying that process, they'd be fine, right? I mean, and it's pretty much what happened to me. And my story is pretty widely known, that I feel that I got digestive system damage, serious digestive system damage from years and years of supplementation use of store-bought supplements in the form of proteins and pre-workouts and amino acid drinks and these things that were not organic, they were not superfoods, and they were loaded with artificial chemicals, colors, flavors, and the like. So, this is why we do this, Joan. We do this for health.